Alright, this is video 5 in the series. Last video we allowed for Android developer mode. Still a couple steps we need to do, but we have our old project open, which is our first one, the My Application. And I'm going to, I already have my phone hooked up to a USB cord, so I'm going to hook that up into the computer. And then once that recognizes, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at the phone. So take a look here. And then I noticed that getting back into my settings, by the way, I'll show you how I got in here. So get into my settings and then go to developer options down here. I click on that. And then one of the ones that we're going to want to make sure that we check here, and you can definitely look through, there's a lot of things here like stay awake. I don't necessarily do that because sometimes I forget to shut that off, and then when I'm charging, my phone's on all the time. But if you don't want your phone to fall asleep while you're programming and it's plugged into the computer, then this is a good option to leave on. And then USB debugging, we're going to want to make sure that that one's on, so we'll click OK to that. And then we can go ahead and back out, and I'll minimize this for a second. And now that I have this set up, I'm going to try to run this application, and instead of running a ADB, I'm going to take a look at this right here. So this is what my phone's coming up as, and I will click OK to it. And then if I look back at my phone, it says, hey, should I allow this? I'm going to go ahead and click OK to allow it. And then if I wait a second here, my program should start running very shortly. Okay, so if it does not run automatically after we hit debug, then let's go back to it. Let's click Run App. Let's make sure our device is now recognized and that we click on that. We click OK, and then we're going to install and continue. And we'll take a look at my phone, and as it starts to install, and we can see that our program is, there's some tasks that are happening as we wait. So this might take a couple seconds to do. And then you'll see that our program finally runs on our phone, Hello World. So as we continue to run these programs, they won't take quite as long. First one might take a second to set up, but that's it. And then of course, if I want to come back to here and look into my apps, I will be able to see my application right here, and I can click on it and it will run the program again. So we have now successfully ran our first program on our Android devices. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to send some below, and we'll make sure that we get you squared away.